Fine now. Hopefully it is. Yeah, OBS
Sounds
got weird.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I think OBS weirded out for a second. It might be the game. Some games when I tap out get weird.
Yeah. And I would certainly put that on, you know, an ArcSys port. That seems totally feasible.
Especially this damn port.
Yeah, an early one.
God, it's been forever since I saw this intro.
Same. Oh boy.
Remember when this was new?
I do. I remember when I was like, I picked this game up not because I knew anything about the game, because they were like, and also if you buy it early, you'll get this like DVD of good players teaching you how to play. And I was like, that sounds cool.
Yep.
Real Soviet damage.
Yep. The origin of this username. God, they really went all out on this one. Also, the way some characters feel is completely not reflected in this intro. Like, Ragnar looks far more brooding and, I don't know, emotional than the actual game. Less hot-blooded, I'd say.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Sad anime eyes. Hello, welcome to let's stream through the BlazBlue series. Because that sounds like a good idea. Now with me is Six. Hello, Six.
Hello. God, this music is fucking taking me back, huh?
Yeah, so this is the first BlazBlue, Columbia Trigger. This is the first BlazBlue I played, and the first BlazBlue you played. And we're just gonna jump into this. Yeah, this doesn't bring me back because I played on the PS3, so I don't remember seeing keyboard icons.
I literally never played this against another human being.
Oh, I played this like every weekend with friends. Like I had 3 opponents. So let's go through the principal cast. So we have Ragnar Bloodedge, aka not Soul Bad Guy, Jinka Saraki, aka not Kai Kiske, this vampire that kind of looks like Slayer but isn't, Carl Clover the puppet character, Arakuna who is definitely not like Testament, Bang who is not like Chips enough, Tager who is not like Potemkin, Lychee who is not like Jam, Kuraraberry, Tao Kaka who I don't know what to compare her to, and Noel who has guns. And then we have the 2 boss characters, Hakumen and U13, and we're just gonna go with Hakumen. I'm gonna pick the old purple because I haven't played that color in forever.
If there's one thing about you I can't fault, it's your consistency. You've been Hawkman across every single BlazBlue, so.
Yeah. And honestly, it's probably the easiest way for me to talk about this game because, damn, do I not know any of the other characters.
Gosh. So I'm here to talk about the story and the lore, and it's kind of a where to start thing, right?
Yeah, well, let me just
yeah,
first
show a
go
little
over,
off first.
Yeah, show off the actual mechanics, and then we'll go through the story because we do have half an hour to fill. Oh god, this purple. It's been forever. Okay, so BlazBlue was a thing Arc System Works made after they lost the rights. Oh god, I don't have my 4C. Oh god. That's basically what they made after they kind of lost the rights to Guilty Gear due to weird licensing issues. So it's very similar to Guilty Gear, but it's not made by the exact team who does Guilty Gear. And the basic system is you have your health, which when it reaches 0, you kill the opponent, you win 3 rounds. That's all fairly simple enough. In addition to that, you have the super meter, which...
Hakumen's is weird.
Hakumen's is weird, he's a special edge case. But if you look at Tager's, that's the standard issue one. So you use half a meter, things explode. You do a super. For Hakumen, that's like using 4 orbs. In addition to that, you have the barrier, which is basically like the faultless defense in Guilty Gear, except instead of taking away from your actual super meter, it has its own little meter below the health bar. In addition to just like not chipping you out, it also pushes back the opponent, and it lets you block in the air certain moves that you otherwise couldn't. I am so used to poking with my back C, and I still can. What makes Guilty Gear BlazBlue kind of special is, so you have your A, B, and C buttons, which is usually punch, kick, and the weapon that the character uses. But in addition to that, you also have the drive button, and each character has a different drive button. The drive button is basically my special thing, so Ragna steals health, Hakumen does parries, Tager magnetizes the opponent, Rachel, who we're fighting now, blows wind to kind of manipulate the field better and stuff like that. Let me just quickly demonstrate that.
Yeah, it's your character specific do cool shit button. So.
Basically, yeah. So it's much easier to be flashy in BlazBlue than a bunch of other fighting games. So, if the CPU would kindly hit me, I could demonstrate how this works.
Yeah, parrying a CPU is hard because they're so stupid, and also because, you know, they read your inputs. And it's even harder against Rachel, who is going to be spending most of her time just throwing projectiles, but...
Maybe we will talk her into hitting my parry once during the match. But basically, Hakumen does the shield thing, and if he grabs the opponent, he gets a little orb for his specials, and he also parries the opponent and throws to the ground. And specials are things like this special overhead thing, or
Zantets.
Yeah, Zantets, or doing this special kick thing, stuff like that. Aside from that, there's also a burst mechanic, which is probably the thing BlazBlue iterated on the most out of any series. Like, they keep changing that from entry to entry. So how barrier works is, there's this little BB thing you see below my health bar, like this little weird icon. If I press burst, I will basically knock the opponent back like a standard burst, but my health will turn to danger, which means I will take additional damage whenever I'm hit. This has a few problems, which means like you'll only really use a burst when you're low on health, because that's the best way to go about it. And aside from that, there's also the guard libra, which is the thing below, the little meter below the timer. And what that does is, the more you're hitting the opponent and the more they're guarding, the hit that they don't guard deals more damage. So it's kind of like Guilty Gear's guard mechanic. And I'd say that's basically it. Everything else is fairly straightforward for this one, and we're mostly gonna go over just like changes and maybe what each character does, like in just like a very surface level sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the system mechanics you've mentioned will be changed up as the series goes on. So
yeah, mostly for the better. In general, CT, Rare Calamity Trigger, was really good. I'd say the biggest issue was that certain characters were obnoxiously powerful, which I will demonstrate later.
Yeah, the balance of this game was kind of a mess.
Yeah, but that got
great,
kind of fixed.
Great basis. Yeah, and great basis for a series, frankly.
Yeah.
A lot of cool ideas.
So why don't you tell us about what BlazBlue is about? Somebody asks you, can you tell me what this game is about? What do you tell them?
So, BlazBlue is a fighting game that is, I don't know if it's completely unique, but at least pretty special in that every single fight that ever happens is canon. because the core conceit of the game is that there is a time loop going on. There is a set of supercomputers that are forcing events to play over and over and over until they get the outcome they want, presumably, and they're just not getting it. And so, like, this fight that's happening right now, at some point in the infinitely looping timelines, Hakumen fought Lychee, right? And it went like this. Every fight you ever have happens. And for Calamity Trigger, that actually pretty much covers, like, because they don't break out of the time loop in Calamity Trigger. But basically, hundreds of years ago, there was a big war, and there was a big monster called the Black Beast that started wiping out humanity. And as it sort of walked across the earth, killing people, it left behind a substance called Seether, which was poisonous and, contaminated the land, but was also concentrated magic and made use of magic and such possible. So people began to learn to use magic. They learned to harness the Seether. They fought back against the Black Beast. There was a group of 8 people, known as the 8 Heroes, who sort of led humanity against the Black Beast and defeated it.
Wait, wasn't it
one of them
heroes?
Is Hakumen here? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I have it. Yes, it was the 6 Heroes. My bad. But yeah, so Hakumen was one of the 6. We will be introduced to others as we go. They beat the Black Beast, and now, for the most part, humanity lives in these big cities that were built while the Black Beast was walking the earth because they're higher up, and thus they were protected from the Seether, the dark cloud of death that was on the ground. That has mostly passed. There are smaller villages that are propping up because the Seether is starting to kind of recede a bit, but still, most of the main settlements are up on these mountaintop hierarchical cities. This is the 13th hierarchical city that this particular entry takes place in, called Kagutsuchi. And basically everything is run by Novus Octus Librum, I believe is the name. Let me make sure I got this right. And, Novus Orbis Librum. Basically, it is this, like, authoritarian kind of fascist organization that is dedicated to protecting the world and keeping anyone from getting super scary power, such as what must have created the Black Beast, and also controlling magic. That is our basic world setup.
Yeah,
This already sounds dumb as shit.
We haven't even started. I'll just note that
I said already, I never said it stopped.
I'll just note that this is. I actually enjoy the story and how it's set up because you say like this goes as like time loops and Calamity Trigger, but the actual story mode is like multiple time loops, aka you have multiple endings per character, so you're actually playing through several time loops. But in the later games, it's kind of like one story, which is just the one time loop that everybody's currently in.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's more interesting when they do the different stuff earlier on. Like, how so many different fighting games have, like, well, you play every character and they all have their own ending, but only one of them actually happened. BlazBlue avoids that. Like, no, they all actually happened. It's just, time loops.
Time loops.
So.
But yeah, also I believe that our system was confirmed that this game is actually in the same universe as Guilty Gear, so this is like somewhere like a few thousand years after, presumably, Xrd.
I didn't.
I can't believe the Black Beast is actually a gear.
God knows what this. This is basically, if Guilty Gear is a post-apocalyptic setting, this is like several post-apocalyptic settings further down the line.
Also, we don't need to get into what the Black Beast is yet. We've got more setup to do before I can explain that. Please don't jump the gun.
Too late, I already jumped the fucking gun.
But yeah, Hakumen is one of the 6 heroes, and he actually... Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but because basically he's another character from this game, but who traveled to the past. He basically went back to the past, killed the Black Beast, and then got banished to another dimension, and then now he's back in the present in the same time as the person that he is actually from the past, or rather right now from the present.
That's basically true, yeah. So what happened with him is we saw briefly on the character select Jin Kisaragi. That's the character that is Hakumen. What happens to Jin Kisaragi in one of the timelines is that he's chasing. God, there's okay. So the main character is Ragnar the Blood Edge. He is a dude with some power. He's got a thing called the Azure Grimoire, which, boy, we'll talk about it. But he's fairly powerful, and he thinks that Null, the Novus Orbis Librum, is bad, and he wants to destroy their shit. So he's going around to their various hierarchical cities and blowing up their cauldrons, which is basically underground areas where they're doing experiments to create weapons. Those cauldrons are an attempt actually to basically recreate the Black Beast, because the Black Beast was really powerful. This is where we get into some time loop bullshit pretty quickly, because it turns out that the origin of the Black Beast is one of these attempts to recreate the Black Beast, because the original Black Beast was Ragnar the Blood Edge getting caught up in one of these experiments and thrown into the past and transformed into a monster.
Okay, so basically, they're trying to recreate the Black Beast, but the Black Beast actually happened because they were trying to recreate the Black Beast.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's a stable time loop.
And that's how Hakumen gets involved, is because he is trying to stop his brother, Ragnar. And in one of these instances where Ragnar does become the Black Beast, he gets caught up in the time loop, gets thrown into the past and is almost dead, and then is given the body of Hakumen through some shit that maybe we'll get into later. But he gets the body of Hakumen. So, that's his deal. And then one of the other 6 heroes, after they beat the Black Beast, betrays him and locks him in another dimension, and eventually he is released.
Yeah, and in this game, Hakumen is not fully, because he was banished into what's it called again? The boundary. The boundary, yeah. So he's banished into the boundary, and now he escapes the boundary, but he doesn't fully escape from the boundary. Like 20% of him escapes from the boundary. So in this game, he is basically a very loose cannon because of that.
Yeah,
but
he's just running around fucking shit up.
He is basically just running around. He is like a lawful good paladin in a Warhammer setting. That's basically what he is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's doing work. Not the final boss. He's like the second to last boss in the story mode. And like it's one of those fights where like you beat him, and then it cuts back to the story mode, and the main character's like, Jesus, I could never beat him, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Because it's fun when games do that, right?
Yeah. But he's basically a massive dick.
Fighting you with a fraction of my full power.
Basically. Which is funny because he is like the second lowest tier in this game. Like he's pretty bad at this game.
Yeah, I don't think he ever actually gets all of his full power back.
I just really like his really stupid sword.
Oh, you mean the massive fucking iron post? I don't know what else to call it. It's basically like a pipe.
This is why I'm here, right? You could call it by its proper name, the Slaying Demon Okami.
Really, it just looks like if you took a cleaver and made it longer.
It's like that weird Aztec weapon, the one that with the obsidian in it.
It's like you just took like just a long piece of metal and sharpened the end of it.
Yeah, that's like we call it when we played this game for the first time. We just call this a massive fucking pipe. It's not even a sword. Like, look how far it goes.
Though. It's flat.
Well, yeah.
Just took a really long sheet of metal and sharpened the edge.
Feels like you guys are being insulting to the obviously magical powers of this wonderful weapon.
It's actually just a giant-ass straight razor.
It's how he shaves.
I mean, he doesn't have any facial hair. It does seem like he does a good job.
Yeah, the most expert craftsman in all of Japan folded this sword exactly twice.
That's all he needed to do.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, just to show
I
off.
just love that this is a sword that is physically incapable of stabbing.
Well, I'm pretty sure the stabbing hurts the least in this game. Also, he's not really stabbing, he's just swinging it.
I mean, yeah, no, it's working. I'm just saying you can't stab with that.
Yeah.
He'll get his 4C in a game or two, and then he'll start stabbing with it. But
Yes. Whenever you see me standing and just like swinging the sword like from top to bottom, that's me trying to do his move that he hasn't gotten yet. It's me just being like, oh, right, I still don't have this. I remember this is when he was actually garbage.
Ah, Bang Shishigami, yes.
Yeah.
The best character.
The fan favorite.
I was thinking
With good
about trying
reason.
to describe the lore of characters as they pop up, but I realized that would take 3 times as long as they're on screen, so that's a bad idea.
At least 3 times.
But your boy, Bang Shishigami.
Bang is basically a shonen character.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, he has a theme song, which is sang by the guy
His
who...
theme is really good, though.
But it's sang by the same person who sang the Dragon Ball Z theme.
Ah, I see.
Oh my god, I don't have my jumping 2A. How did I play this game? Okay, so there's no point describing what tools I'm missing. Let me just say what tools I have. So I have this kind of like hilt thing, and I have this kind of dash forward with an uppercut move. I already showed the sword thing, which is basically overhead and hit again. But how Hakumen works is you can cancel into these specials. They cost meter, so you can't use them whenever you want, but you can cancel into them from any other special or from any sword move. So if I do this, I could basically go from sword move to special move. And that's kind of like why he is a combo-ish character, even though he has a parry.
So
Even
the thing
though
you'll
he's
note,
bottom tier.
the thing you'll note is, 1, his meter, he's constantly generating meter, and also the moves cost orbs, but they cost a different number of orbs depending on the move.
Yes, so some cost 1, some cost 2, some cost 3.
He seems stupidly complicated.
Exactly. I only play complicated characters. Where have you been?
He's not that
Yeah,
bad.
Also, as someone who played T-Hawk in Street Fighter 4, I really could care less about tiers.
Yeah. No, I don't care about tiers, which is why I always play this character. But there are some problems with this game in regards to that.
I mean, isn't that why it's great whenever you defeat someone who's clearly gives a shit about that kind of thing?
Yeah. Also, one thing I didn't actually demonstrate, and I won't be able to because the character is now dead. The throws in this game are very transparent in when you can counter them. Because you throw with a button, but you get this little exclamation mark, which basically tells you, hey, now you can counter this throw before you're thrown. But one thing this game does compared to others is you can combo into throws. But if you're comboing into a throw, it's easier to escape it. So it's kind of like... It's a trade-off, but that means that basically anyone in any combo can just grab you and at any point and mess you up. Because if you press the wrong button, you don't tech the throw, you get grabbed and you take extra damage.
Now, is that just regular throws, or is it...
It's a regular throw. Well, if you have a command throw, you can combo the command throw into, like, within a combo, but it'll be techable in that case. If you command throw neutral, it's not going to be techable.
Okay.
This song is also really fucking good.
It is. We're gonna get to most of the good music in Continuum Shift, but there's some good stuff in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is one of my favorites from this game.
Yeah, see, I hate this song because I hate fighting this character. We'll go over
I mean,
why
she's so
after this.
underpowered in this game. I don't know why you hate her.
Yes, the only character that has a straight 9-1 matchup against everyone in the cast. Except one other character against who she has 8-2.
Also, why is there a gate to hell?
That's the cauldron.
Yep.
That is that they use the power of the boundary in order to do terrible science.
It's a portal to hell.
It's a portal to the past.
It's a portal to potential. You guys are so limited in your thinking. This is why science can't advance. Saying stuff like hell, like come on. Give progress a chance.
Sorry.
Call it Shoalgate. I'm sorry, that is very hell.
No. What was the terminology they used in the new Doom game? I'm sure that hell had like a dimension number.
I mean, they just referred to it as hell. They talked about hell energy a lot.
What the song picked up, and it's great.
I hate parrying the CPU. It never works.
Because you can't really read a CPU.
Nope.
But they can 100% read you because of your
Yup.
inputs.
But I can do this.
Nice.
I can parry react at least.
So here's a bit of lore, not about the game, but about players. So since Hakumen and Jin are the same person, that move there is called Yukikaze, and it is Hakumen's super counter. Jin has it as well, though his is shittier and has way more obvious tells.
But he didn't have it in this game.
That's true.
Because it was
so
still a secret that they were the same character, even though they had the same voice actor.
Nah, that happens all the time in anime. That's not, you know. The protagonist and the villain of Persona 4 have the same voice actor, but
Symbolism.
yeah.
Actually, yes.
But if you do a Yukikaze or two to a Jin player as Hakumen, they will nearly always then counterpick Hakumen to try and show off or try and land their own Yukikaze, and they're trash at it. It's wonderful. They're salty little bitches.
It's like in JoJo, you have people who would pick Dio, and then also because Pet Shop was banned, Jotaro, who both have well, not the world, but they both have a similar special.
Yeah, here it's more like I have never seen a Jin player use a Yukikaze except when they play the Hakumen. The move is so bad and people only use it for ironic shitposting supers.
They're basically just saying, "Oh, you think you're so good? Look how easy this is," and then they fuck it up and they lose. But you know, at least
Sorry,
they made their statement.
Getting flashbacks to a story that Bear told me a while back. The one person you made incredibly angry while playing Hakumen.
Oh yeah, the person I had to like abandon all strategy and just go with the flow. Yeah.
It was basically something from an anime.
Yeah, basically what happened was someone started reading me really hard and I was like, okay, I'm obviously like losing because all my stuff is getting predicted. I'm just not gonna have a plan. I'm just gonna start hitting him at the moment what I think the best move is. And then they couldn't read me and they basically just died to several 2 or 3 move combos. And then they picked Hakumen and tried to spam counters on me and died again. Also, Rocket Bloodage isn't the world's strongest. What the fuck are you on about, Hakumen?
Well, I mean, at that point in the story, he thinks so, and most people think so.
I mean,
because the actual strongest people just don't talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, isn't like Jubei like one of the strongest?
Yeah, but also Jubei pretends he's not. Like most of the actual strongest characters in this game are either like trapped in other dimensions for a while, or just kind of chilling and pretending they're just normal people.
On vacation.
You know how you do.
Yeah, like
your summer home.
In Dragon Ball, they're on other planets, and BlazBlue, they're just on vacation.
Or they're dead and they're waiting to be resurrected with the Dragon Balls. You know.
Okay, and this is Hakumen's trademark quote.
Yeah. The cute thing is the little teaser that is in that little rant in Japanese, which is the Wariwaku, Wariwako, Wariwa Jin, I am Jin. Which of course also means I am a sword, so you know.
Yeah.
It's a good little play on words.
Also, this game did one thing that I don't think I've seen that much. Basically, we're playing in Japanese now because I hate the English dub, but you can play in the English dub as well. The thing is, it's not a global setting when you're playing online, So depending on whatever the person's settings is, their character will talk in that language. So even though I set everything to Japanese, if I play online against someone who has English, I'll hear English.
And that's kind of great, though.
Yeah, because whenever you see an English Ragna, you just know what to expect.
Words. Persona 4 Arena does that as well.
Oh, okay, but what do you expect?
Yeah, you know. Mostly English. I mean, I play with English because I play the original games in English.
Okay,
so
well,
I
what
think
would you
I
expect?
set. I think when I played Persona, I think I set everyone to Japanese except Teddy.
God, you are garbage.
yeah, you're a pretty bad person. I'm
Sorry,
fairly unhappy right now.
Sorry, it's true. I played as Teddy one match yesterday and I felt bad.
Yeah, I had to explain to Lola yesterday why Teddy is actually problematic.
Also, this game has instant kills, much like most Arc System games, except in the first game, you have to unlock them for almost every character.
Ah, that's stupid.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember yeah, I think I remember hearing about that because I think the only one I really played was Continuing Shift.
And now we get the arcade ending.
Where basically my one memory of that was basically because I always play grappler, so I was naturally what this is like.
Here's the family-friendly version of everything Six explained.
I don't swear that much.
Yeah, Arxis isn't really good at happy, are they?
No.
Oh, hey.
See, this part I don't get because this is actually not true.
Yeah, it's
Like-
misleading.
Yeah, it's very misleading because nothing like that happened. I don't even feel like there's a cover-up.
Well, they're basically Hakumen did some, or not Hakumen, Hazama, who we've not been introduced yet, but one of the other 6 heroes did some bad shit and then shifted the blame to Hakumen so that people locked Hakumen up, basically.
Yeah, also you see that like Hakumen's voice actor is question mark is same as for Mu 13 because hey, let me open this can of words. Mu 13 has the same voice actor as Noel. Do you want to explain Noel now or in the next game?
Let's go to the next game because there's gonna be more to, yeah.
Unpack.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
before we go, I just want to go quickly to training mode. Oh, you can now use a Hakumen's Astral Heat.
Congrats, Bear.
Yeah, that's gonna be great because I'm never gonna play this game again. Basically, let me just go to Mu 13. Yeah, sure. So this was the top tier character in the previous game, and I'm just gonna use one button to show off, how, like, just by mashing what you can do. So basically you can do projectiles from any angle. You can do this kind of stuff. Overhead. But I believe... Basically this is just like one button right now. One, and then back, plus that button. You can kind of keep the distance, the opponent at a very crazy distance. So if you're playing against someone like Tager, they're pretty much screwed. They can't get to you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
yeah.
if you've practiced with her much at all, you can keep those ranged sword combos going for a while.
Yeah, because there's stuff like jumping in the air as well. So there's just like basic stuff can, you know, already kill a beginner player like that. But yeah, just wanted to show that off. And as in terms of how the Astrals works, let's just quickly do Hakumen's.
And Mew is a character that's unlocked by default?
Yes.
Yes, in the console, they weren't. So the arcade version didn't have Hakumen or new playable, but they were added to the console version.
It is worth saying it's kind of hard to tell, folks. We are saying new with an N because Moo with an M is a different character we're gonna meet shortly. Because these games
I was saying.
are...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so shit. How does this work again? Been a while.
It's just the charge. It's just the flash kick. Right? Oh no, they changed it in this one. I forgot.
No, this
or
one
not
has.
Changed it. They changed it here.
Yeah, he has a 720 super. So can I actually execute?
I hate it.
Yeah. So that's how he does that move. But because it's a counter, she has to be attacking. So crane dummy controller continuously attack. Damn it, this is gonna be hard.
A little bit.
No, I don't think I can do an actual, like, 720 hour block
Yeah, 720s without doing the
jump thing.
buffering jump.
Well, let's just go to Ragnar. He has his from the start because he's the main character. I'll just turn off that. So I believe is this input. Command list. Ah, it's this, okay. Funnily enough, even though they had theme songs for instant kills in Hokuto no Ken and Sengoku Basara, it took them a while until they added the BlazBlue. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next game.
Yeah, fuck this game.
All right. Lot to say in Continuum Shift. Lot to say.
That's the one that I've actually played.
It is a great game.
Oh wait, I need to actually change things. Don't worry about it. We're gonna change this in a bit. I just need to like set up things so they're proper. Oh, this is already like really low and it's ignoring it.
So as far as Continuum Shift, there was the original Continuum Shift release. Then they did Continuum Shift 2, which was just on arcades it was a new version, but on consoles it was just a patch. And then Continuum Shift Extend, which was a separate release. You had to buy again.
That's really loud.
The
Yeah.
way that this song sounds like a particular song from Thunder Force 4.
This is all done by the same person who did the music for Guilty Gear.
Okay.
I love anime opening themes.
I believe this is sang by the voice actress from Noel.
I fucking hate Platinum.
I wanted to subplat to them, but I couldn't be bothered.
What?
I see that Ragnar has heterochromia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's because he was bitten by a vampire, which is another thing we will get to maybe.
Yeah, he's a Dampir,
Oh,
which means half vampire.
Okay, so welcome to Continuum Shift Extend. So Continuum Shift Extend is, like Six said, the third version of Continuum Shift. Basically, Continuum Shift 1 had a patch that was called Continuum Shift 2 that rebalanced some stuff, and Continuum Shift Extend is kind of like all the DLC packaged together, a new character and some rebalance. But the basic system stuff is there, and we're gonna just play this one rather than the previous versions. So let's
a little
go
more
back.
story stuff too.
Yeah, so let's go back to arcade mode again because I'm not touching story mode. This is where I gave up on the BlazBlue story. Like in 1 on Calamity Trigger, I was full on board, but after that, no. So, new characters. We have Makoto Nanaya, the first DLC character, Valkenhayn R. Helsing, the second character, Platinum Trinity, the third DLC character, Release Clover, who was at Extend, Mew 12, who is a version of Noel, she was the boss of Continuum Shift, and the raw new characters are Hazama and Tsubaki, while New 13 got renamed to Lambda 11 because New 13 is technically dead. So we're just gonna go back to Hakumen, because that's the only character I know how to play. There's some garbage.
So, the end of Calamity Trigger ends with the reveal of the actual villain, Hazama, who's the dude with green hair and the black suit that we saw before. He has been sort of pretending to be a normal officer, but actually playing everyone for a fool, and the ancient enemy of Hakumen and blah 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 blah. In this game, he's actually playable.
Yes.
Okay, where does this fucker fit into the plot?
Hazama or Platinum the Trinity?
Platinum the Trinity.
Okay.
This anime
Before you start that, I just want to mention that this game also introduced Hype Dog, who is important to the plot.
Hype Dog is wonderful. Hype Dog is the source of power in this setting.
Yep,
All power.
I always pick this map and people hate me for it. But yeah.
So, Platinum the Trinity is it's a girl's body with 3 souls trapped in it. One of them is a little girl named Luna. One of them is a little boy named Senna. And for a long time, that was it. And then there was a third soul that got trapped in when they picked up this magical staff that she has.
Is it Hype Dog?
I'm afraid it is not Hype Dog.
God damn it.
Also, this is the move I've been missing. And you can charge it and just fly forward.
It's a great move.
I missed it so much. But yeah, before we continue with Platinum, I just want to go over some system changes first. So
Sure.
there's a lot to unpack. First off, bursts are no longer don't put your health in the negative. Instead, you have a stock. Oh my god, the little bursts. Instead, you have a stock, which is a little reddish BB icon, and you regain 1 when you lose a round. So basically have 1 at the start and then 1 if you lose. Now, another thing that's been changed is we don't have the Guard Libra anymore, we have Guard Primers, which are the bullets you see under the health bar. Basically, the more damage you take, the more of those bullets are consumed while you're blocking, and eventually those bullets, when you're completely out, you'll just consistently keep breaking your block. And that is a stat that varies from character, like, I don't know, Tiger will have 10 and somebody will have 4. So those are kind of like the...
Can't believe... Go ahead.
Yeah, those are kind of like the major changes. As far as like stuff that changed with Hakumen, they kind of rearranged some of his moves, so he has better stuff. But also, now he cuts projectiles. So if you see a giant black orb, that's the effect you get by using your sword and just cutting an enemy projectile, and that damages both the opponent and absorbs any additional projectiles. Wait, those are kind of like the biggest changes. I'll show off maybe some later, but let's talk about the plot for it.
So the third soul in Platinum the Trinity, and the reason she's the Trinity is Trinity Glassfield. Right. I forgot her name for a second. So she is one of the 6 heroes. She was a mage, and she got trapped in that staff, basically. And now occasionally she surfaces within Platinum the Trinity to try and direct the person towards, you know, like the good of the world and you know, being helpful. But generally, the other two personalities are fairly selfish and clueless. That's Platinum the Trinity, basically.
Okay, but plot.
I could get deeper in it, but I really hate that character a lot. So.
So
No, but what I was
Yeah,
saying
well.
about the barrier thing is that's actually something that Sonic the Fighters actually did, which is kind of weird seeing that concept again.
Yeah, well, you still have the barrier as a separate meter. Really, the guard primer is just like your kind of raw blocking strength. And there were actual like guard primer killer combos that were meant to just break off your guard primers. Also, if you burst, so you have two bursts now, you have the offensive and defensive one. If you do an offensive burst, you get a free juggle on the opponent. If you do a defensive one, it's just like a standard like get off me card, but it also I think consumes most of your guard primers.
And you also get meter for gold bursts.
Yes. It's basically like Guilty Gear's Gold Burst.
Please, though, I need more plot.
Okay, well this is Lambda 11. You remember New 13 from the last game. Okay, is it time? It's time for the Noel shit, isn't it?
Yes,
Oh boy.
you can't avoid it
Okay.
anymore.
I can't. I want to, but I can't. So, okay. I talked about them trying to recreate the Black Beast. Splitker HD OD was not a thing yet. That's next game. So they're trying to create the Black Beast. They're doing these experiments in the cauldron and creating this stuff. It turns out the way you create the Black Beast is you create this artificial person and have them fuse with Ragna to make the Black Beast. New 13 is one of those artificial people. But they're all the same person with the same soul. And Noel Vermilion is also one of them. And Lambda 11 is also one of them. And Mu 12 is also one of them. They're all the same fucking person.
Well, isn't Mu 12 literally the Noel? Like, just a different
Yes,
form?
yes, that's just her waking up to her spookiness. Waking up to her spookiness. I should use that somewhere else. That's good.
It's a good phrase. But also, Noel is a clone of Ragna's sister?
Did we get into that in this one? Yes, she is. But yeah, so and then in Central Fiction we learn even more about all of that. We'll get to that then, I guess, because that's a pretty big reveal.
But I mean,
so
like,
yeah. There, Ragna Jin had a sister named Saya who was killed during this whole like attack. The Hazama attacked them, tried to kill Ragna, cut off his arm. Jin went crazy. Saya presumably died. Spoilers, she didn't. But we'll get there.
Also, one thing I really like about this version of Hakumen is, in addition to having a color from Zero from Code Geass, the voice actor completely sounds like Zero in this game. I don't know why he changed the way he talks. Probably because his throat hurt from the first game.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to lean into. It's great.
Yeah, but they
Old Man
actually...
Marsh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but they actually re-record... Actually, from game to game, they keep re-recording voice lines for characters. It's a bit impressive. And each character has several voice sets, and they use different sets depending on who they're fighting.
I'm still sad they changed Hakumen's Magatama meter, because the previous one looked better in my opinion.
Yeah. It's functionally the same, it just looks different. Because every game had a UI overhaul, not just because of the new mechanics, but they kind of changed the theme color. So the previous one was blue, Continuum Shift is purple, Chrono Phantasma might be pink or light blue, I can't remember. But yeah.
Old Man Marsh asks, does every character have completely different meters and mechanics for them? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much every character has unique meters. Not all of them, but most of them have a special meter or a special mechanic. So, like, Tager here has magnetism and the spark bolt meter. Everybody has some bullshit. It's
Yeah,
great.
basically you have a button for bullshit called the drive button, and everybody has a different bullshit.
Ragna has lifesteal, Noelle has like auto combo, Jin has like ice and freezing people. It's all great.
Yeah. Also, they moved Tager's sparkle meter from beneath his health bar to above his special meter, which is infinitely better. Also, to make a point, just look at how many guard primers Tager has compared to me.
That boy is built to block.
Yep.
Yeah, Tager was the character that I played.
Yeah. This is how you play Tager's on. This is how you play Tager's online. You just go back and keep poking them.
Yep.
Because there's no other way.
No. This game, I feel like they made Tager better if you're good in Central Fiction. But in CS, you could be so bullshit with him because you could do your command throw into gadget finger, into command throw, into gadget finger, into command throw, into gadget finger, until someone died if they didn't know what was going on.
Tager was definitely the strongest in this iteration, I think.
He was a real newbie stopper for sure.
But the creative director of this game went on record to say that he hates grapplers, and then kind of shows in every game after this one. Or every iteration after this one until Central Fiction. After that, he's kind of like normal again.
We only saw it very briefly there, but for a little bit you saw that there were these like white lines streaking across Hakumen. That was because Tager had him magnetized, and so moves that used the magnetism would have pulled him around the battlefield.
Yeah, basically Tager's gimmick is that if he magnetizes the opponent, moves and grabs that he does with the D button attract the opponent towards him. So even though he can't like jump or like dash towards the opponent, he can still pull the opponent towards him. And the magnetism physics are really wonky, especially if you're doing them in the air, because it's some weird shit when you see what Tager players can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that being utterly confusing the first time I tried to do that. Where I was like, oh, I can just do my command grab and just have the person just kind of appear before me. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, bullet bit the bullet very quickly.
I like a lot about the concepts of that character, but they really just never gave her the tools to succeed.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of Tsubaki from the first Continuum Shift, because she was like really fun to play, but holy shit did you have to work for your victory. Just feel like everything was against you.
And then Continuum Shift 2 came out, and Tsubaki was incredibly OP. And then Continuum Shift Extend came out, and they nerfed her to the ground, and she never recovered.
Oh, damn it.
Hooray! Plot for Hakumen versus Noelle. Okay. So, Hakumen... So, Jin, in the timeline where Jin becomes Hakumen, Noelle is not a thing. There was no Noelle. And he was really close with a character we have yet to meet, who is Noelle's friend. Her name is Tsubaki. She was his secretary as Jin, and eventually they became lovers. And after he became Hakumen, he named a move after her. And all of this is basically to say that he doesn't treat Noelle as basically being a human for most of the games. You know, kind of because she's not. But just like very disrespectful and scornful, and just treats her like this doll that's in his way.
But Hakumen doesn't really give a shit because he's Hakumen.
That's true. Hakumen is critically short on shits.
Probably see a doctor about that.
Did Tsubaki die in this timeline? I forget that part of it.
In this timeline?
No, in the one where Hakumen. Yeah.
No, I have no clue.
I looked it up. Yep, I forgot about that. Yes, that's true.
Which is why Hakumen is very clingy when it comes to Tsubaki.
Well, and also because they were lovers, and then he, you know, they're not anymore. Like
Also-
there's actually a really cool scene in Continuum or in Central Fiction where he meets her and she's like, "Hey, that move, that has the same name as me." And he's like, "Yeah, listen."
The wheel of fate is turning.
Okay, who's this fucker?
Action.
So this is Aurelius Clover, who's the dad of Carl Clover, and he is basically a sorry excuse for a human being.
He sucks. Yeah, he sucks a lot.
He neglected his son. He turned his wife into the doll he summons. So there's a lot of weird shit about him.
Yeah, he's just the amoral, smug, bad scientist character. Yeah, he turned his daughter into a puppet, which is what Carl fights with. Carl's trying to find a way to turn her back, and he's like, that was good, but I bet I can do better. So he turned his wife into a puppet as well. And that's what he fights with. And Carl, Carl is his young son looking for revenge.
What is the general plot of this game?
Of this game.
So, in this one, it's been revealed that Hazama is kind of manipulating things and is the reason that a lot of the shit is happening. So, Ragnar the Blood Edge is trying to hunt down Hazama and kill him. So is Hakumen. To a certain extent, so is Noelle and Rachel, a lot of people. However, it turns out at the end of this, he does kind of kill Hazama, but Hazama is just a vessel for the real bad guy whose name is Terumi, and Terumi wanted to be killed so that he could turn into a ghost, so he could attack the computers that are controlling the time loop and shut them off, so that the time loop ends. That all made sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm doing a good job then.
I mean, structurally, that sentence made logical sense. Whether or not it's sane is a different question.
I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, let's talk about Arakune. That little side plot.
Okay, so actually Arakunes is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He was a scientist that was working to investigate the boundary, the other dimension, and its power, and he tried to get some power out of the boundary, and it went bad, and it fucked him up real bad. And now he's a spooky glue monster.
And his wife is trying to cure him, and his wife is lychee failing.
I don't think they're actually married, I just think they were close. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Action.
they were just very close. But yeah, Lychee Failing is a doctor in the city who is also a former scientist and is trying to find a way to fix him.
And she kind of goes to like all viable lengths to do that, including allying herself with very bad people.
Also, just another bit of trivia about Lychee is that all of her moves are based on mahjong hands.
Yep. And she has a little panda hairpin.
I mean, knowing that bit about the Mahjong, I just hate her deeply now. Fuck Mahjong.
I was gonna say, isn't her astral finish called 13 Orphans?
Action.
Something like that, I think.
I hate her.
Which is the highest scoring Yakuman.
Also, they changed Arakune so he doesn't curse you immediately when he throws the cloud. Instead, he has to build it up. Which, thank God, because he is a character that has been consistently nerfed since the first game, and only now is completely useless after 6 iterations of being nerfed.
Hakumen win.
What announcer are you using?
I don't know, I just cycled through them until I got someone that didn't sound terrible.
I tried to stick with the
Brutal.
default, for better or worse.
The default in Continuum Shift 1 was one of the worst announcers I have ever heard in a fighting game.
Hey, if Jin is Hakumen, why does Jin have ice moves and Hakumen doesn't? Jin's ice moves are based on his sword, Yukinesia, which is an ice sword, which by the time he's Hakumen, he no longer has.
It is also something that you can get in PSO2 to turn your swords into.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, there is a bunch of BlazBlue skins you can get in PSO2. I had the the Mew one, and also the Knoll one, I think. The Mew one is kind of expensive, if that does not, or at least it is one of the BlazBlue skins. It is the more Masada costing one.
Shit ain't cheap.
Doesn't his sword make him crazy or something? I mean,
Yeah.
Jin.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
The wheel of fate is
Yeah, there's a point in, I think it's only at the end of Chrono Phantasma where he starts to control the sword instead of the sword controlling him. But for these first two games, it's mostly the sword talking through him. It just basically has him.
Well, it's also amplifying and twisting his desires, like him wanting to kill his brother.
Sure. Yep. I mean, like, not literally the sword talking, it's just manipulating him to the point that he isn't really in much control.
So, I have a question.
Sure.
Is there a single character in this game who can catch a fucking break?
Taokaka does okay.
Yeah. She never really is. I mean, she doesn't think about it, but she really has a horrible existence, and she will probably die young, and her kind
That's
have
true.
no future. But she doesn't think
That's
about
true.
it. She's oblivious to her tragedy.
Fucking what?
She's an artificially made cat person who they're all on basically a genetic timer and gonna die.
Yep.
Okay.
But I
Oh,
don't
so
think
she's
she
a
knows that,
replicant.
so it's fine. Yeah, more or less.
So what you're telling me is nobody can catch a fucking break.
Does Amane catch a
I'm
break?
trying to think of it.
Does Amane have any tragic
actually-
stories?
Actually, Amane has a great time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Other side, does Terumi catch a break?
No.
No.
At the end, no, he does not. Yeah, Amane, who we haven't been introduced yet, but Amane basically just walks around and watches all the cool shit happening and flirts with young boys. It's good for him. He has a good time.
Just living the fucking dream.
Yeah, everybody else is basically like massive tragedy. Carl goes insane, more or less. Who else is there? Bullets, everybody she ever liked and was friends with died. I mean, Azrael has a good time until he is sealed back again.
That's true, but we haven't met him yet. We can't spoil that one. What if we're spoiling what happens in 5 minutes on this stream? Oh, by the way, they keep mentioning in the they keep talking about Terumi in the text in the dialogue. Terumi is the real Hazama. Hazama is the puppet. Terumi is the spirit possessing Hazama. But Hazama eventually develops some of his own will as well because this game isn't complicated enough.
Yeah, this entire dialogue is basically Ragnar being like, fuck off, like you were batshit insane last time, and Hakumen's kind of like, yeah, but, you know, I'm not as bad now.
Also, I was right then. But
I was right even if I was a dick about it. God. It feels really hollow playing a parry character against a CPU. It's like 3/4 of the fun are gone. Like I know that,
play someone else then.
yeah, I know the CPU won't get angry. That's what like hurts me the most.
So you
So
will
much
note
to
the
do that in
little.
a fighting game, where it's just if you just do really stupid shit, the AI just starts acting more erratically.
Yeah, because the AI's inputs are based on your inputs. So in some games, if you don't do anything for a while, the AI will just stand there until eventually they get the trigger of, hey, you haven't done anything for a while, do this now.
So one thing you'll notice occasionally when Ragna gets a hit in, you'll see little red orbs fly off. That's because of his Azure Grimoire. He is basically stealing life from people as he hits them.
Which...
That's his drive.
Yeah, which really isn't that, like, good in this game. Like, that entire lifesteal aspect is only really good if you do a special combo with the Blood Cane.
Oh, one second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fairly minor.
Yeah. Ah, there we go.
So here is Hazama, the big bad of this particular game.
Everyone's favorite smooth criminal.
テルミよ、ノエル・バーミリオンはいずこだ。
今は狭間です。間違えないでいただきたいですね。それにノエル城は、ほら。
It is fun hearing them pronounce half these fucking names.
テルミよ、貴様が起こそうとしているもの、何か分かっているのだろうな。
分かっているからやっているに決まっているじゃないですか。バカなことを何回もいちいち聞かないでくださいよ、もう。
村雲の精錬は黒き
Hazama is delightfully condescending. He is a great character, as is Terumi.
貴様もよく知っていよう。何言うだ。
いちいちうるせえな、白弁ちゃんよ。そんなこと言われなくたって分かってるっつうの。クソ吸血鬼と何を企んでるか知らねえが、邪魔だから消えろや。
やはり貴様を打ち倒すべき悪だな。我は空、我はこう、我は人。
てめえはいろいろ厄介だからな。じゃ試させてもらいますか。第666盗賊機関逮捕、次元干渉虚数法人展開。
Oh, right, this. I have to explain this, don't I?
Oh, right, he has the Azure Grimoire now?
Yeah, so everyone's chasing after the Azure Grimoire, which is supposed to be the true power of the Boundary. Ragna thinks he has it, but he's got an incomplete version. And then Hazama thinks he has it, but he has a slightly better, but it turns out also still incomplete version. And then Ragna gets the true version.
The wheel of fate is turning.
So now we have Boss Hazama, who if you go into his little ring thing, you start losing health.
That's dumb.
Well, it's unlimited Hazama. If you look at like his name, glowing purple, that's unlimited version of a character. But it's kind of like special boss version that you can unlock.
Special super broken, yeah.
Fucking your day up, buddy.
Yeah, I forgot how much of a dick he was.
Yeah, my one online match I ever did in this game was me playing Tiger against Hazama, and him just basically doing like a 30-hit combo on me, but doing no damage to me, and me just basically doing all the damage to him in like one.
Yeah, his stuff does not hit very hard.
Motherfucker.
Which
No!
really confused
Damn it.
me.
Well,
so yeah, the final boss in this game is a bit more annoying.
2 action counter.
Okay.
Better go on full aggro.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I thought I could jump out of that. Jesus.
Holy shit.
白面 win.
This seems like kind of an asshole boss.
I fought worse in Arc System games. Let me tell you about XX, Guilty Gear XX, I know.
Let me tell you about SNK, just generally speaking.
Google Bernstein. You do not want that shirt to come off.
Psyche from KOF 13 was fucking bullshit.
There we go. Asshole.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
さすが佐野ユニットってやつやっぱ強えわ
貴様黒き獣を復活させてどうするつもりだ
Oh yeah, so should we get into that one? The Susano unit stuff?
なんであんな失敗さ
I guess.
失敗作
I mean, there's so many
So-
things we can just pick up, so sure.
Okay, so we talked about Terumi is the ghost possessing Hazama, right? The reason that is because he got knocked out of his body. His body was originally the Susano unit, which is what Hakumen is in right now. So that's Terumi's original body that Hakumen is currently in, which is why Terumi has to bum it in some other human body.
何よって鎌だよ鎌青の魔導書本来の形鎌だその体内で剣を精錬するために必要な無数の魂を収集するそれがちょびっとペット化したのが黒き獣なんだよ
バカな
お前何か忘れてないブラックもユニット
I like it trying to explain plot.
青の魔導書青の力が必要だ
Split Killer HD asks who knocked him out, and actually, come to think of it, I am not sure. I'm gonna look that up.
Was it Rachel?
It was, I feel like it happened voluntarily, but he didn't realize. I'm gonna look this up.
I know Rachel had the unit and she gave it to Jin.
Right.
だからよこの俺様が真実ってやつを見せてやるよ絶望寺の真実をなスサノオの皆において命ずる起き上がれ村雲
Oh yeah, so all the arcade modes in this game are basically what ifs for the story mode. So basically, here everybody fights Mu 12 at the end, but in the story mode it's very clear who fights her, actually.
Okay, I looked it up. What happened was Terumi got involved with Relius Clover on an experiment to study the boundary, and it went bad, and he got fucked up. And so for a while, he got knocked out of his body, and it took him apparently 5 years to heal up. During that time, his body got taken away.
Okay, but what the fuck is her getup?
Don't worry about it.
What
Hey,
the
remember
fuck
when
is
I was-
her getup?
Remember when I was saying that Mew's costume was the most expensive in PSO2?
That's why.
Yeah, now I know why.
Because she's just got, like, a butt plug, but for a different hole.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that's a good cue to move to the next game, I think. Okay, give me a moment to prepare for the next thing. Oh god. My least favorite iteration.
Oh, kind of clipping over your
Yeah,
character limit there. Oh, there you go. Good
there we
enough.
go. Yeah. We can
Did it, Bear? Did it?
We can deal with that.
So far the names have all meant something, believe it or not. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger is referring to sort of the moment that sets in motion all the events that would lead to the series, the Calamity Trigger, the thing that would lead to all shit sort of going bad but eventually going good. The Continuum Shift is the moment that the time loops were disabled. The various continuums were merged into one because Terumi took over the computers that were forcing the time loop. And now we're to Chronophantasma, which, well, you're seeing a lot of shots of a girl with reddish hair who is the Chrono Phantasma, who is the time clone. Yes, folks, that is where we're at, is time clones now.
What's a time clone?
Well, so...
In one sentence, what is a time clone?
A copy from another timeline forced into this one for some purpose.
Okay. Now you can use more sentences.
Okay, thank you. Celica A. Mercury is a person from Ragna's past who knew him when he was a kid, helped raise him, and she is copied by Kokonoi, who is a character we haven't talked about yet. Oh, I hate this game. Gosh. So she's brought back because her existence is useful to...
This is dumb as shit, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's used to activate the linchpin.
I'm gonna
This
let-
is making me really look forward to the episode where we talk about Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so let me just go over something real quick before we start this. So one thing this game has, well, previous games had as well, but one thing I have here is the custom announcer for the game. And the thing with the custom announcers in this game is that they are they have normal, neutral versions and in-character versions. So, for example, I have the Jin announcer, so if I pick someone like, I don't know, Bullet, he'll be neutral. If I pick someone he doesn't like, he'll be pissed. But the only thing I wanted to set this up is just to show what happens when you pick Ragna. Okay, so that part is done. Now let's actually
Let's
play.
never use this voice ever again.
No, we're gonna use his voice because he is actually fairly calm and neutral. Okay, so God, new
Also,
characters.
this roster is fucking huge.
Yeah, we have Bullet, we have Azrael, the demon dude, we have Amane, Tsubaki has a new color palette, Kokonoe is a DLC character for this game, we have Tsubaki's Murakamo unit form, which is a Yoi, we have big pervy dude with a big sword, we have the Chrono Phantasma Celica A. Mercury, who has a puppet, shit, what else do we have? Oh yeah, Nu and Lambda are now separate characters because...
Why not?
I'm gonna explain that. And Noel no longer has a hat. And we have the Yuki Terumi version of Terumi, which is basically Hazama, but with knives.
The
more
best
knives.
boy. This is my favorite design in any fighting game. Yuki Terumi is so much fucking fun.
Yeah. Okay, so, quick reasoning why Lambda and Nu are now different characters. In regular Chrono Phantasma, they basically gave Lambda certain moves that Nu had, and you had to switch between the two modes, and it ended up being very complicated, so in the extend version, they just made them separate characters again. Also, this is my least favorite iteration because Hakumen is utter garbage in this one.
In basically every way, this is the... Well, it's probably not as badly balanced as the first game, but this is the worst of the BlazBlue games. The story takes some really stupid turns that I do not like at all. A lot of the new characters I don't care for. This is the weakest one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, really stupid turns you do not like at all.
Please give me examples of the things that shocked you when you played this.
I just talked about the time clone. What
No,
do you
there-
want from me?
Is there anything else? Is it just the time clone?
Okay, this one, the story of this one is that it's a fighting tournament to determine the fate of the world, so it's just any other fucking fighting game
I
now.
hate this already, yeah.
Wait, what, really?
Really?
I skipped the story, so I don't know. Like, it's really a fighting game tournament.
Yeah, and it... There's other stuff going on that's kind of important, but that's, like, honestly, you can skip this game and honestly lose nothing,
Okay.
story-wise.
Okay,
As if you were paying attention to the story in the first place.
I will agree about Split Killer HD. We did get Azrael, who I kind of like as in terms of how he plays. Also, you know, some male fan service for once.
Yeah, I mean, I dig the new health bars at least.
Fenfel says, "What about Saya?" Okay, I guess that does happen in this one. So they keep referring to the Imperator, who's the head of the big fascist organization, the Noctis Orbis Librum, and it turns out that that's Saya. Ta-da! You got everything you need from this game now.
The health bars in this game remind me of Samurai Showdown 3's.
Also, that reminds me, I should probably explain the big new system change of this game.
Yes.
Actually,
I noticed that you don't have the little block things.
Yeah, so, first big change. We no longer have guard primers or guard libras or anything. The only way to get into the danger state is if you end up consuming your barrier completely. That's the only way. But you also, below my portrait, you see this little circle that's flowing? So that's my burst speeder, so I use that for bursting. But it's also another thing, so now you can use bursts offensively and turn them into an overdrive. And the less health you have, the longer the overdrive lasts. And what the overdrive does is, basically each character's specialty gets amplified. So like Hakumen regenerates his Magatama faster and can cancel counters into specials again, which was taken away at some point from him. Tao Kaka's like install thing, where she has clones following her, is now in the overdrive. I think Bloodcane is now an overdrive, it's no longer a move. So a lot of these install special mode moves are just overdrives now. And those who didn't
Hazama gets that ring he had as a boss in Continuum Shift.
Yeah, and then like some characters who don't have any special things like that, like Tager, instead when he enters overdrive he immediately magnetizes his opponent. So it's kind of like stuff like that basically. And that would become the new staple because this game took a really long time to figure out what to do with their burst bars. And I think like between Chrono Phantasma and Central Fiction is the least system changes we'll actually see, because this is kind of when the game gets established of like what it actually wants to do.
Yeah, Central Fiction is mostly just making the ideas in Chrono Phantasma actually good.
Yes.
Solidifying them, basically.
Yeah. Whereas until Chrono Phantasma, it was kind of like exploring and trying to figure out stuff. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention, this game has also its version of Roman cancels called a Rapid. But the way Rapids work are, you can only do them when you hit the opponent, so not like in Guilty Gear where you can do them on whiff. So it's basically just like a little combo extender, or just making a move safe. It can't be done as like, say, oh I missed a move, I'm gonna make that move safe. I mean, the best part about Valkenhayn is that when he turns into a wolf, he still has his little pink bow.
It's good shit. I'm just realizing I was planning to go through this whole thing without ever talking about stuff from the light novels and manga, and in Central Fiction I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, guess why?
Oh, wow.
2 good reasons.
Very good reasons. Fantastic reasons. Such good reasons.
Okay, so I want you to explain one thing to me which I never understood because I was too lazy to read the plot. But that might be related to Central Fiction. Is there some sort of like timeline reset after Chrono Phantasma? Because I know a lot of characters just change affiliation and it seems like everybody loses their memory.
Everyone does lose their memory. I'm trying to remember exactly.
Or is that relevant to Central Fiction?
I think there's some memory stuff that has some memory fuckery that happens at the end of this game that makes people forget some of the stuff, which is part of the reason why I say you can totally skip this game. But like I played through the story of this fairly quickly because I was not having a good time, and I didn't do any reading afterwards because I just wasn't having a good time. So this is the one I'm definitely the weakest on.
I mean, it's weird because, like, gameplay-wise, Chrono Phantasma, like the first one, was really good, and then Extend just kinda made it bad.
So, Lord Tyrion in chat asks, the only thing I care about this series, I only know the name is, that's phrased weirdly, what is a blaze and why is it important that it is blue? So the Azure Grimoire that we've referred to multiple times, that is the localized name. In Japanese, they say BlazBlue or BlazBlue. That's the Azure Grimoire.
Which actually reminds me, we're not talking about the best BlazBlue game. That is BlazBlue, the one on the DS.
BlazBlue, yeah.
Oh, the 3DS one.
Like,
yeah, when
I wonder why we're not talking about that.
When I was posting this, I just went with like, okay, we're playing through the entire BlazBlue series, and then I stopped myself like, wait, no, there are those other games I don't want to touch. Like the BlazBlue trading card game that got shut down.
Crossblaze,
Crossblaze.
the visual novel.
Oh god. And you know, the manga, which is called The Blood Edge Experience, which is also vital to the plot. Bullet,
So
if only you were good.
So if the new Arc System Works game, when does Ruby kind of tie into the BlazBlue series?
We haven't been given any lore context whatsoever.
What I can tell you though is that BlazBlue Cross-Stack Battle can probably end up being canon for the BlazBlue universe because of the way the BlazBlue universe works, which is terrible.
Yeah, it's great. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
To be fair, it almost seemed like I bet you they could just okay. There's going to be 2 new BlazBlue games. One game is going to be written by the normal writers. One's going to be written by the writers of Ruby, and you have to guess which one is written by which authors.
Oh right, Mai. I forgot. We had Mai as a character.
Yeah. The manga she's from does some stuff to expand the lore of grimoires that I do not necessarily appreciate.
Well, yeah, there's a remix harsh scenario, which I noticed in Chrono Phantasma Extend, and I'm kind of afraid to touch it. Like, in general, like I said, like, I tried to get into the plot of this game at, like, Calamity Trigger. And I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of fine, I can get behind this, and then Continuum Shift happened, and I just lost all threads I ever had.
I do want to correct you on a thing you said on the titles, on the character select of this one, however. You referred to Izayoi as Tsubaki's Murakami unit form.
Okay.
And that's incorrect. She is not a Murakami unit, that is just her sword has a will of its own and likes justice a lot. And that's her sword taken over.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's just really hard to keep track of all the alternate versions of all these characters.
That's pretty sweet, though.
She's rad. Also, her Izayoi is basically Gundam. She has it's. If you ever seen Gundam 00, she has beam sabers, she has GN drives, she emits GN particles, and she has funnels. It is so Gundam, it's painful.
I mean, just when you describe the sword thing, it's just her sword turns her into a Tokusatsu character, doesn't it?
It's great.
Well, minus the
sword
mask.
that loves justice makes her Toku.
Well, except it makes her have justice, but it's like justice is interpreted by an evil organization.
Chad is correcting me. Izayoi is a Murakami unit prototype. My bad.
So I was actually right on some confusing bullshit.
You were. I was wrong. God, the damage Hakumen has in this fucking game.
Yeah, it's the only thing you can do because his parries were... Yeah. They took his parries out back and shot them in the knees.
Yeah, his parries were garbage in this game.
Yeah, basically in Extend,
Just
they
took the baseball back to their shins.
so what they did at one point with the parries, they were like, oh, okay, the parry grab is no longer unblockable. You can block his like grab when he parries, which was really weird, but okay. But in this game, they went like, oh, his parries no longer work on projectiles, and you can no longer cancel parries into specials. Sorry, and it's like, well, what do I use them for? I don't care. I don't know. Like, this is definitely the weakest he's felt since Calamity Trigger.
This is Azrael. Azrael is also great. He's just a normal dude who loves fighting and killing people so much that he got ridiculously powerful. Then they put tattoos on him to try and limit his power. And then he got control over the tattoos so he can release them at will, but then usually doesn't so he can have a good time. He's great.
He is very anime.
He's wonderful.
Oh, so he's from the Japanese version of Tattoo Assassins.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, totally. 100%.
Wait, wasn't Tattoo Assassins but Dataist? Wasn't that technically a Japanese game?
Yes. No, it was made by the... No, it wasn't... It was Data East, but it was made by the Data East division that made pinball games.
Ah.
Or like pinball machines. AKA the ones that never touch actual code. Well,
Wait, Tattoo Assassins, is that one where you can be an ice skater who can fart someone to death?
no,
Yes.
yes, that is the game where everyone has a fart move that anyone
Oh, okay.
can want.
So
It's actually
Azrael,
kind of in the air.
yeah, Azrael is basically Arc System Works' version of Truck Davis from Tattoo Assassin.
At least it's not the racist one.
Oh yeah, and his nickname is Mad Dog. Why not?
Oh, for a second I got it confused with Mad Bull.
This is also the character...
Yes, he too has a bunch of grenades chained to his fucking pubes.
No. No, let's not talk about that anime. Anyway. This is the character that actually most Tager players switch to because Tager had a bad time after Continuum Shift. Oh, also, I guess one thing I didn't mention, which I probably should have, the combo counter on the when you're beating the opponent. If it's red, it's an actual combo, but if it's blue, it means that the opponent could have escaped it, but they didn't recover in time, so it's not like a true combo. And that's something from Guilty Gear. And when it's blue, it does tell you like which move you messed up on.
Most of Azrael's moves are named after pieces of military hardware because he's awesome.
Also, again, I forget to turn on the timer. Damn it. I'll just add XP manually. XP. Yeah. Remember these things. I keep forgetting these things. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Good shit.
帝からの命だ。お前を排除しろと仰せつかっている。
Oh, by the way, Relius is also working for Saya. Both he and Terumi.
But wait, is Terumi actually working for Saya, or is he pretending to be working for Saya but actually working for himself?
As far as we know at this point of the game. He is working for Saya. Central Fiction reveals that, of course, he has his own motives as well. But
なので帝にも少々お手を煩わせていただいた。
Yeah, they're basically standing like in a weird energy puddle right now and talking normally. Like, why can't they just move somewhere else?
one time they were about to have a fight in a dojo, and they were like, "This just doesn't feel right. Let's go find a crypt or something."
We need a cyber crypt. It helps the atmosphere. It's good lighting.
I mean, I do like the cyber coffins, even though I have no clue what purpose a cyber coffin would serve.
Well, what if you're trying to restrain cyber beings? Obviously, you need some kind of cyber coffin. A regular coffin won't do.
It actually just has Wi-Fi, is the thing.
Nice.
It has Bluetooth too, but the signal keeps cutting out.
I'll have you know it's called BlazBlue.
Actually, it has Bluetooth with the receivers on the outside of the coffin, so it's just a huge pain in the ass to use.
You know, until this stream, I never even noticed the coffins. I was just like, oh, it's a stage with pipes and blue shit, I don't care.
Oh, hey, that's a coffin.
A cyber coffin.
Okay.
And now his face is in the goo. Good.
All it does is taste like Kool-Aid.
And now we fight the final foe.
Yeah, okay. So, before the events of the first game, I'm trying to figure out how to set this up.
I love how you get annoyed every time you remember things.
So, Shishigami Bang is a ninja from a place called Ikaruga, which is a country that didn't want to obey the fascists. And so they went to war with the fascists, and the fascists won. That war is where Jin gained a lot of his notoriety because he was a hero of that war, because he killed a lot of people. The other person who gained some infamy there was Kagura Mutsuki, who was an officer in that, which we will see more of, I think, in Central Fiction. I don't remember. He's not in this one yet, I think. And he actually was sympathetic to Ikaruga, and he ended up like making a promise to like the Emperor of Ikaruga before the end of that war to like he intentionally let him escape, and he decided to like force his ideals, I think is the way I want to phrase this. Chat, help me out here. I'm a little bit hazy on the details of this one. But basically, he was sympathetic to Ikaruga and their values before the war, and so he sort of intentionally took a dive during the war to try and let the Emperor escape.
Where did like he's the final boss for Hakumen and not Yuki Terumi?
I mean, Yuki Terumi was added in DLC, so I don't think he was.
But he is in the story mode.
Budget.
He is in the story mode. You fight him even before he was added as DLC.
Huh.
Oh, but he wasn't added in the arcade mode of the arcade game. Yeah.
Okay, so chat has helped me out here. The thing I was missing is that the Emperor of Ikarga was also the Emperor of Noel, and the war was orchestrated in order so that Saya and the person possessing Saya, which we'll get to, could kill him and take over Noel. Also, my side screen keeps freezing up.
There are some dropped frames, but it seems to be fine now.
There we go. I'm back. I refreshed. It's fine. I'm pretty sure it's on my end. Oh. I was just teasing. But...
無限回廊か。
てめえは時間までここで俺の影と遊んでてくれや。まあ安心しろ。寂しくねえように他の六英雄どもも連れてきてやっからよ。
六英雄か。この遠さ、やはり私の手で断ち切らねばならぬようだな。
So again, we get like a really weird cliffhangery ending that doesn't really do anything. What is the Takamagahara?
That's the computer stuff we talked about. The computer's controlling time. Of course, the stream has died. Working for me.
I mean, if you tell him that the stream is working and it's not for him, I don't think he's gonna hear you.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of like that these arcade modes are lasting almost exactly 30 minutes.
Working out pretty well.
Yeah. There seems to be less bullshit than, you know, playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Ballerina Toshinden.
そしてもう一人マスターユニットアマテラスよそのもう一人のところまで私を導け
Oh right, this plot twist.
久しいな大魔導士ない
Oh god, this character. Sure glad we're gonna see her in the next game.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, the character based on the hit video game series Magica. And here's sad music.
Shall I go ahead and get my fight stick?
Oh,
is it time?
Yeah, we can try, I guess.
I mean, like, I'll be better at demonstrating things than a CPU would, because if you want to get off counters, I'll just let you.
I mean, you don't have to let me, I'll just earn them.
True. Alright, let's take my headset off for a sec.
Okay.
Talking about plot.
We're gonna be talking about plot, don't worry. But we're switching games now.
Apparently I muted myself at some point.
Were you trying to ask additional questions about the plot that we missed?
Don't worry about it.
Here we go. The best BlazBlue. It's actually one word, Central Fiction.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's one
Japan.
word?
I am positive.
It is 2 words.
Okay, then they're inconsistent with it, because in a lot of official places it is one word. Yeah, look at your Steam.
But on Twitch it's 2 words. Wait, we're gonna see the title screen and we're gonna decide if it's 1 word or 2 words.
Pretty sure it's one word.
Dude, it's 2 words. In Japan, it's 1 word though.
What?
So the
Yeah, you fucking heard me. Did I fucking stutter?
Let's just see a title screen, that's gonna decide everything.
I'm telling you now.
I believe
I'm
it's 2
looking-
words.
I'm looking
It's
at the
2
program.
words in the West. It is 1 word in Japan.
I'm looking at the window, the BlazBlue window, and it is 1 word in the window.
I
Like the
am
title of the
literally
window.
reading fucking Wikipedia right now, dude.
There's 1 word in the menu. Wait, I know how to solve this.
Centra.
Wait, no.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna keep it as Centra Fiction. That would have made me so angry.
Centrifuge.
Okay, so let's run network mode. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
reset data with their patches.
Oh. Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, do we have to go to the online lobby or let me try creating a room. Let's see how this
Let's
works.
go to the lobby.
Let's go ahead and send me an invite via Steam.
God, this feels so weird. I've only been playing this via.
Oh god, those stupid lobbies.
Yeah, I don't have this one decorated at all. Where the hell are you?
All right, I have an invitation to this game.
Change the room while you wait.
Yeah, you can decorate the room. My
Decorate
PlayStation.
the room while you wait.
I don't have anything. Oh my fucking god! Really?
What's up? You like my look?
I have more customization on my. Press X, please. I have more customization on my PlayStation version. Anyway, new characters.
Holy shit, this roster.
We have Izanami, which is Saya, but we're a combo unity. We have Nine the Phantom. We have Blood Boy, aka Naoto Kuragane. We have Hibiki Kohaku, which is Attack on Titan Boy. We have Mai Natsume. I'm not gonna go into that. We have Susanoo, which is Yuki Terumi, but with a Susanoo unit. And we have S, which is a visual novel character. Oh god.
We're gonna run out of time. We'll have to introduce more after this.
Let's just go to Dual Field.
Let's do it. Time to lose some games.
That is such a fucking ludicrous roster.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, when Calamity Trigger first released, all the people who didn't pick it up were complaining that the roster was too small. Now, when people don't want to pick up BlazBlue, they're like, oh, the roster is too big.
They are impossible to please. They just want an excuse as to why they're not playing it.
Also, this game also has another character, DLC, Jubei, who they added because people were asking for Jubei since Calamity Trigger.
I can show off a little Jubei. Yes, I bought him on PC and PS4. I am a fool.
Man, we already knew you were trash, it's fine.
Just be like me, only play one character per fighting game. Never have to buy
Impossible.
anything.
Okay, so what's the plot of this game?
Hard reset and everything.
I can't explain that right now.
There's a slight lag on my end, but I can cope with it.
Yep.
So there's only one new thing in this game. and that's active flow. So if you get too aggressive, your burst meter turns purple. So if you go into overdrive with it, you basically get stronger and get a freebie super you can do. Like when you enter overdrive, if you press the overdrive button again, you do a super that ends the overdrive immediately. So that's kind of like the biggest change. Everything else is literally the same.
Did they improve Hakumen?
Oh, fucking yeah. He has this thing, which is a dash counter. So he basically charges forward, grabs the opponent, and smacks them on the ground like a...
Jesus fuck!
Damn it, I fucked up an input. Oh well. I lose to Mio Drag like 99 times out of 100 anyway, so...
Well, this is also the game in which I can play at least one more character.
It's true.
Wait, you can play more than one? I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, let's try again.
We'll show off a little more of the
Bunnies are real
roster this
good.
time.
So I'm gonna show off little blood boy now to Kurogane.
I'm gonna show off some Azrael, because you didn't get to let him do anything when we saw him in Chrono Phantasma.
What is up with his pants situation?
It's very good. Does that answer your question?
No!
But you don't like the Mimikyu pants?
So Terumi, who I just played, his drive is whenever he hits you with a drive attack, he generates meter, and then when he's in overdrive, he steals meter, and he just gets to super like crazy, and it's incredibly fun.
Oh god, yeah, Azrael had his like stupid ass dragon punch.
It's so good though. I don't know. I found lots of uses for it. It's great. What are you talking about?
No, it's not bad. I'm calling it stupid as a perspective of someone who plays against him.
Someone in chat said got a dragon punch, which I've not found a use for. It's fantastic.
Oh, that it's really good.
I hate his pants!
Whose pants?
You know whose!
I mean, they're both terrible. I'm not sure which one you mean. Azrael? Okay, so now his gimmick is, if I can do it, he has specials. So he has something like, say, this thing, but if he dashes while doing it, he gets an improved version. So basically how you play Naruto is you do a lot of micro dashes while moving. Now, while I said I can play Naruto, that doesn't mean I'm good at him, so... Sek will probably get this. Yes, Split Killer HD is right, yeah, it's get Earthrace while playing him. I actually can't play him for too long because the micro dashes such murder me.
Counter.
Yeah, I'm using the Tager announcer because Tager is a classy man.
Yeah, no, Split's right.
Nice.
That's actually it. Is this to help you get in character?
Oh, you blocked. Ah, that's be dead.
Nah, you live.
Oh, I thought you were in active flow. Damn it.
Good fight. The sad thing is that was me like playing like hardcore as shit all out.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
No, that wasn't my point. My point is that's the best I could do. Please have mercy.
I mean, I can try playing S. I know
Crushing.
I know her inputs. I don't know how to play her, but I know her inputs.
You know how to throw
design
projectiles
just
that are way too big. So.
somehow looks out of place in this game of ridiculous characters.
Oh, she's from the visual novel.
Oh god.
That's why it's out of place.
I think she's from the light novel.
Even worse.
Right?
No.
you're
She's
right.
from
No,
X-Blaze.
You're right.
She's from X-Blaze. Naoto is from the Blood Lich Experience, which is a manga, and Mai is from a manga side story something.
One of those is a light novel.
I love the load-in lag.
Yeah, it used to be that when you were playing all online, you had to wait for the intro to finish to actually synchronize the connection. I don't think it's true for this one, but I'm too afraid to skip. Oh, Blood Lich Experience is a light novel, okay.
This girl is just aggressively anime.
Well, he also chose extra anime colors, but you know.
Oh, you don't like her wedding gown?
I didn't say I like. I'm the one who likes anime.
I mean, I like anime. Have you seen my streams?
Nope, he's the only one allowed to like anime. Just how it is.
I don't understand S at all.
They really want you to whiff the command grab.
Damn it, what's her special? Oh, okay, with the command grab. Yeah, sure. Go back so I can whiff the command grab.
Just gotta really fuck it up.
Yeah. She just falls to the ground and it's like, oh man.
So let down.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Ready?
Yeah. Also, I know about the projectile. I've been actually doing it. It's just hard to see because I do it point blank.
Oh no, this is not okay. Please, this is not okay. Nothing about this is okay.
Oh.
That's fine. Okay. I think I'll just go to Hackman right now.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. After I did that to you, I think a little revenge is fair.
Fuck diversifying.
Yeah, fuck the worst thing in this game because like it's so hard to learn new characters. Okay.
Usually what will happen is me and Mia Drag will play for 2 hours and I will win like 1.5 matches. So I don't really know how to hold back against him because usually it doesn't matter and I get destroyed anyway.
Parries for days.
Yeah.
Please
But after this, I'll
somewhere
switch it
else.
up and show some of the new characters and stuff.
I mean, I can try showing 9.
Alright, the dual field.
we can do a 9 mirror match. The dual
That
field
would be fun.
dual field is the less busy one. And since I'm side streaming, and playing the PC that goes a bit worse than the console one, so I'm just trying to make it as friendly as possible.
Okay. Because the side stream's been pretty fine the entire time.
Well, our connection is a smidgen unresponsive, at least on my end.
So I keep hearing that counter and I die a little inside.
I mean, it's a counter head. How would I know it's a counter if I didn't hear counter? Are you saying there's
Don't know.
I'm not gonna watch, like, I'm not gonna look at the UI.
Nice. Yeah, that was the play. That was a way better fight than I expected, so I'll take it.
You're a much better loser than I am.
I got a lot of practice. Yep.
Just when you're constantly being humbled, it happens.
Yep. That was very stupid of me. OD didn't go off.
Just punch him in the dick to death.
Yeah, a lot of matches end that way. Okay, let's do Mirror Match 9.
Okay. Sounds good. So 9 is also a member of the 6 heroes, but she's evil now.
Didn't you tell me once that she's evil now because she got bored of being good?
Not exactly. She decided that the world was too cruel. It's some typical anime bullshit, frankly.
Just gotta end it all, yeah, why not?
I have 2 matches with 9 on PC. Probably against you.
One day you'll tell me the plot of this game.
Are we playing a Dragon Crown fighting game now?
No, we're playing Magica. I'm not joking.
I was gonna say, they're nowhere near stacked enough to be Dragon's Crown.
So, the gimmick for 9 is... yeah. So the gimmick for 9 is that she combines spells. So, you have
Magica.
yeah, you have 3 types of elements, and then basically, when you hit the opponent a certain number of times, you get a certain spell, and then you throw out that spell, or you can put it in your reserves.
So...
It just sounds stupidly
Okay.
complicated.
It is.
Yes.
And she is pretty strong, but learning her is an experience.
It's like playing a hunting horn in Monster Hunter plus a puzzle game plus Magica.
Also, it doesn't help that she has a teleport.
Do you get any special elements by letting 5 attacks whiff off the screen or something and then hitting with the 6th one?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lola.
So yeah, basically the little rings you see around her are there to tell you which elements you have stacked, and if you stack more than 3, it overrides the first one you've used. I wish I knew her spells.
Just button mash forever, it's fine.
Whoops.
Just teleport past each other, why not?
Oh, I lost track of which one I was. Great.
Good.
The joys of mirror matches.
I was like, this is confusing. Why am I doing that?
I mean, I would love if there was like a trading card character or a Puyo Puyo character or something.
What's this about, Susanoo? Having Gradius in his gameplay?
Oh yeah, that 6 can demonstrate that to you. Oh, there's that move. Been waiting for that.
Fine. Be like that.
Sorry, but what is that fire attack?
It's just,
I don't know.
It's just her normal move.
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, this hammer thing?
Yeah.
It's just her special. Oh, did I dash into your thing? Nice.
Yes, you did.
Fucking ruined.
Outskilled. There, I said it.
Horseshit.
Yeah, we all knew
Also
what
true.
we were doing, and we were at our A game.
Ugh. Yeah, I'd be happy to show some Susanoo.
Yeah.
Susanoo is great.
You can play Susanoo, and I'll play Naoto for that one, just so people can see what Susanoo does.
He looks like Genji.
So he is, yeah, like the truest form of Terumi. He is dark Hakumen, but not really in the way he plays at all.
Yeah, he plays nothing like Hakumen.
He's like Hakumen, but somehow even edgier.
I mean,
Much edgier.
Hakumen isn't edgy.
Have you
Neo,
seen
let's
what he
not-
says every
let's not.
fucking time?
He's dramatic, that's not edgy.
Horseshit!
You're in denial, and that's okay. But
Have you seen the size of his sword, though? That is edgy.
No, it's a very flat sword.
And it's got quite the edge to it.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Okay, please demonstrate to people how you play like Gradius.
okay, so my whole bar of abilities down here are all my locked moves. I unlock them as I play.
So yeah,
There are easier ways to do it than that, but
basically you unlock
I
your
hit.
As you hit me,
Oh,
you get to an icon, and then you unlock the icon like Gradius.
This is dumb as shit.
That is questionable.
it's great.
It's Gradius.
Shut up.
It reminds me, well,
No, you can also level them up.
Only the first one, I believe.
does he have a move that lets him punch twice that no one uses?
Oh, what? That didn't dash through you? Okay.
It's a grab, so no.
Okay.
Susanoo.
I guess a mid grab.
Level 2. Action. Counter. Counter.
Nice. Nice. Good read.
A lot of characters in this game seem stupidly complicated.
Wow.
So that move does every move I've unlocked, and then a beam. Nice, barely enough damage.
Yeah.
Actually, most of the seals cannot be leveled. There are 3 that can. A lot of them cannot.
Level 3. Action.
Okay, that was good. Well, show them the D1.
You remembered the secret to beating my Susanoo. Don't show any respect.
Nope.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Very careless of me. Nice work. So yeah, with his default tools, toolkit, his move list, Susanoo is pretty weak. He needs unlocks to get going, so he needs a little bit of starting momentum, and then he starts the train rolling, and he's pretty tough. But
Yeah, but that doesn't usually. You don't usually get much of that out of my Hakumen because I just don't. I just don't respect anyone.
yeah,
And you shouldn't?
Also, for those who don't know, like respect means like not doing stuff that you know your opponent can punish. Also, you could probably pick Jubei, I guess.
against your Hakumen, I'd like to show his moves off, Mio.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm so bad with him already. That would just be rough. You can unlock Susanoo's moves in neutral with 4D, but usually you want to do it in a combo, either a block string or a combo. Your drive attacks unlock things.
God, I just love the lag loading
But yeah, his 4D you don't have to hit with to unlock. So that's the one where he goes, "Whoa," like he's DBZ charging. Big swords, let's go.
Yeah, I was so angry when
That's not a sword, that's a slab of metal.
I was so angry when they had Kagura because all of a sudden Hakumen's sword wasn't the biggest anymore.
That sword doesn't have an edge. That's a bludgeoning instrument.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep.
Just fucking ruined.
Yeah, yeah. I knew how it was gonna go, but Kagura's fun.
And we're all here to have fun.
Speak for yourself. I enjoy pain.
That was nice.
Yep. Ah! I hit it! Game! Why are you being mean to me? I hit tech! Like, listen, I was gonna lose that round, but at least let me have the tech. That's the little victories that it denies me that bum me out, really.
I think I once had, once or twice, I had a match where I killed someone from full health by doing dash grab at infinite because they kept failing their tech throw.
That was probably me.
No, it wasn't.
You fucking
No.
rude boy.
No, it was somebody random, like a bang or something. It was
Okay.
definitely not you.
Well, it could have easily been me. I'll show some Naoto. Naoto's awesome. Or, sorry, not Naoto, Hibiki. Hibiki is fantastic.
My piece of shit cat just whacked my mic with her fucking tail.
Oh, does the cat want to be on the stream?
No, she's actually not very talkative.
Probably for the best.
It's just, I had to get her up off my lap.
So after a few more, you can switch to single player, and I'll talk about story for a while. You want?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, or not, you know.
No, we can do a little arcade run. Just a quickie. Ow. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I thought that would combo. Well.
Nice.
Whew. Splitker HD, which cancer are you thinking of?
There's a lot of characters, yeah, in this
I'm
game.
guessing Mai, but... Yep. Very careless of me. I did it too early.
You know, the counter thing wouldn't bug me quite so much if it wasn't just like such a distracting voice.
This is the most neutral voice in the game. What are you talking about? Wait, what? I was like, wait, did it grab you or the projectile?
It hit the projectile, but I was still frozen because I don't think it technically counts as a projectile.
Oh, okay. I was actually wondering that.
Yep. Yep. I don't think anyone has ever deserved that. So.
Just fucking walk into that shit.
I thought it would be. I don't know what I thought. I don't know if that was one of those bad ideas.
Just ran headlong into that shit.
Do you want more? Or do you want me to go to single player while you talk about story?
Do you want more punishment? Do you
we
need
could show
this?
you. We could show another character. Listen, it doesn't. It's not even. It's just life.
Yeah, you're just used to getting your shit beat at this point.
I understand. There are more characters to show, and you're certainly not going to pick anyone else, so it's up to me.
So
let's
they were
show...
saying play Mai?
Yeah, let's show some Mai, sure. I
you
never
didn't want to
play
talk
Mai
about her
because
earlier, also.
she's a character from the manga who...
Yeah?
It's a tricky subject, I guess.
Yeah?
Because Mai is, depending on how you look at it, trans.
Oh.
But it's questionably consensual, and it's a weird thing.
Ah. I see.
But Mai has been a girl for a long time and seems comfortable with it at this point, so we'll just talk about it in that context.
What the fuck?
Yeah, let's. I just refer to Mai as her, so I'll just stick with that.
I mean,
Her.
yeah, that's what she chooses. So
Yeah.
That's what she identifies as, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just you don't want to get into the background because it's weird and maybe kind of gross.
Yeah, it's just like how it all happens. That it's weird. But anyway, Mai is kind of the scrub destroyer because her drive is you throw the spear, but you can throw the spear like so it ricochets. I think so. Yeah, like that. So it kind of ricochets from the background and then it hits you. I remember when like the character, because it's a DLC character, but like one of those day one DLC characters. And I remember when I saw her, I was kind of like, how do I deal with this? And it took me like 50 matches to actually figure it out. Oh right, my thing can't block it. Okay. Yep. Like I said,
Yeah, she's a scrub destroyer.
she's a scrub
She's
destroyer.
gross.
Okay.
What is her goddamn everything?
It's for everything. God, I have not played against this character forever.
Who needs strategy?
Yeah, I'm getting like Persona flashbacks with those arrows.
Jesus fuck!
Yeah. Let's try. Let's try that again. I believe I believe like there is something I can do against this.
Bear is slowly getting salty.
No, this boy talking about salt slowly.
I mean, Bear knew what this character was gonna do.
The problem is, like the counters should avoid the should absorb the spear, but I think when the spear is powered up, it doesn't really do anything.
To be clear, Lortarian, the game doesn't necessarily focus on the counters so much. Mio uses counters a lot more than most Hakumens.
Yeah. Because it's not optimal. A counter is a high risk, low reward thing, and a counter and a combo is a low risk, high reward thing. So obviously you should gravitate towards combos and safer things. But that's boring for me.
That's not fun, and that doesn't fuck with other people.
Problem is, when parries work, they look like you're spamming, and when parries don't work, they look like you're spamming. So whatever I do, I will always be in the wrong. Okay.
Yeah! That's the good shit.
Damn it, I couldn't do that.
So what is this song?
It's Bang's theme song.
Oh, right, the range. I forgot.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be much here. Like, I'm probably gonna need like 5 matches or something.
And I'm only using like a third of her move list because I don't need the rest of it.
Yeah.
She's gross.
Like I said,
she's gross until you know how to handle her. Pretty well.
Yeah, that takes a while. So let's do a bit of single player and
Yay, story!
while you explain stuff.
I will load the side stream back up. Yeah, Mai is just very cheap.
Mai is gross until you figure out how to play her, but the problem is everybody played her online when she got released, so I played her a lot and I got used to her. And then when people got when people got used to her, then everybody stopped playing her, so now it's much rarer to see her. So now I forgot how to play against her. Also, this has
they give you the height and weight.
Also, this has 3 acts, by the way, the arcade mode, because in the arcades, they actually did the story in 3 big updates. So when you're picking arcade mode, you get to pick which act you want to play through.
So, in this game, it is revealed that Saya is the Imperator who is actually being possessed by a spirit known as Izanami, who wants the world to be destroyed. And so she creates like an alternate dimension, which is also just a copy of the world. And she invites all of the big central characters of BlazBlue to come, and the first one who can reach her and beat her will get the true power of the Azure.
Okay, but I feel like naming a character Izanami who wants to destroy the world is a bit on the nose.
You think?
Have you been listening to anything I've said so far?
True!
Where have you been for the last 2 hours?
Exceptionally so!
It is pretty, yeah. So, Ragnar the Blood Edge fights his way there and beats her, and it is revealed that the true Azure is in fact the Amaterasu unit, which is basically the robot god that is creating the world by dreaming.
Oh, the Godhead.
Yeah. And Izanami is just the projection of her like subconscious, like the hatred in her subconscious, basically, and has gotten out of control. And everyone is just this robot god's dream, especially Ragna, who is this robot dreaming about her brother. And Ragna beats Terumi because Terumi reveals that he's also a god. Yeah, Split Killer HD. I'm simplifying a bit for people. We could go real deep in this shit.
No,
yes, technically, but
keep it as simple as it is feasibly possible for something like this.
I'm trying. Terumi is also a steward of this robot god, is also another god, and fights Ragna for the true Azure as Susanoo. Ragna wins, and Ragna goes to the god and is like, listen, it's okay, you can forget about me, and rewrites the world so that he never existed, but also everyone's at peace. The end.
Yeah, so basically it's one big reset button and Ragnar's removed, and that's it. And so ends Ragnar's story, and the next BlazBlue will focus on someone else.
Presumably. It is notable some of the changes that happen because of that. Like, Noelle isn't a robot lady, she's a nun. And Hakumen isn't Jin, it's Tsubaki in the new timeline. And we don't know why, but it's cool.
I'm sure we will find out in the next one. But knowing how dumb these stories are, what will probably happen is the next trilogy, like, it's gonna be like, oh, Hakumen, or Ragnar's story has officially ended. And then the next thing will be, oh, now the story is about the one person who remembers that there was someone, but they don't know who, and they're gonna try and bring back that who, which is Ragnar. So it's basically gonna be, oh, time to revive Ragnar.
It's hinted that Rachel kind of remembers. Ragnar, like, she's at a grave that is clearly for Ragnar, and it's like, who's that grave for? And she's like, I don't know, but it was somebody important.
So basically,
like I should remember.
So basically, it's the ending to the first Nier.
I'll take your word for it.
I will have you know, let me tell you about ending E, which happened in fucking extra material.
Yeah, I like to try to ignore that because I think it makes the story worse, but sure. Because it feels literally like, oh, like, I hate it when somebody in a story dies.
It cheapens the actual story, the actual endings, and I almost wonder if Yoko Taro had any real part in it.
Yeah. Also, hey, we have a much nicer presentation for the pre-battle stuff.
And I mean, clearly, no, it's just somebody's gonna fill in the vacuum left by Ragnar, and everything keeps going wrong again.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be that. You haven't talked about the Blood Edge, yeah.
Okay, so in one of the timelines, Ragnar is sent back in time to when the Black Beasts, started killing the Earth, but doesn't turn into the Black Beast himself. And then he also has amnesia. And that timeline, he was working alongside the 6 heroes to fight the Dark Beast, and he held the Black Beast off for a year by himself, and then he died. Ragnar's coat and sword are from that version of Ragnar and are passed down to him, and he was known as Blood Edge. I'm throwing my hands in the air.
Wait, so Ragnar's current sword and coat is from a
different version of him.
It's a stable time loop.
It's a time loop. It's a paradox weapon.
I'm just gonna skip this out of spite.
I mean, you're talking to Platinum. She's fucking trash.
It's a stable time loop. I don't see the issue.
Okay. What other lovely things have we not addressed?
It's just a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Most of the characters. Let's see. Makoto, the squirrel girl, works for Null's intelligence agency, but she's actually trying to undermine the Imperator because she's evil.
Wait, what?
She's also friends with Noelle and Tsubaki.
Wait. Makoto is evil or the Imperator is evil?
The Imperator's evil.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? Makoto's evil? Like, what?
No, Makoto's great. Makoto is perfect and pure, and I will not hear a word against her. Unless you want her to put on more clothes, which is probably fair.
She must go through a lot of tape.
It's actually that spray adhesive that bikini models use.
How bad does the story actually get? Like,
what more do you need?
What more do you need?
I've been going for a couple of hours now.
And once again, this is all simplifying it immensely.
Oh yeah, it's also like this weird thing where in Throne of Phantasma, Hakumen was kind of like, oh, you know what, Ragnar, you're actually not that big of a problem, so I'm just gonna skip on you and deal with actual problems. And now in Central Fiction, Hakumen is again like, you know what, Ragnar, you're still a problem, so I'm gonna try and kill you. Also, Hakumen dies in this game. Spoiler.
Oh no!
Yeah. He gets killed. He gets killed by Terumi, and Terumi takes his Susanoo unit and becomes Susanoo.
Okay, chat just had a lot of messages.
Yeah, he's as fuck.
Janet's just trying to parse together the story. Hakumen is Jin. Well, technically, Hakumen is Jin from the present that went to the past and then got banished and then came back to the present. So he's not really from the future unless you're talking about him coming from the future to the past. But he's, yeah. Time loops are terrible.
I'm trying to think of the craziest thing I can explain. Well, okay. Let's talk about S, I guess. S is a weird thing, right?
Man, we never did talk about in-depth Ragnar being a Dampier.
I mean, there's not that much to say. He almost died. Rachel saved his life by giving him some vampire blood.
That's it.
Delicious.
It's a side thing, really.
Also, his arm is the Azure Grimoire. You know.
But he never did
book,
mention
your
how he
argument is
gets
invalid.
the best Grimoire.
Chat is really going. Okay, let's see. How many years does it take to make any semblance of sense of all this BS?
2 weeks, I'd say. 2 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, if you're focused.
If you're focused, you could do that in 2 weeks, yeah. Well, technically, Ragnar is a dream of a god, so he's everything and nothing.
Well, everyone is, though. Everyone is.
But,
except for the god itself. But
so, wait, but, like, do they ever, like, escape of that dream, or is it just, like, the world, you know, that god's dream, that that's just how the world works?
I think she stops dreaming and the world is...
Is zero? Yeah, zero sum.
Yeah.
The world is null the second she stops streaming.
Okay.
It's like the Elder Scrolls.
I was about to say, yeah, it's like the Elder Scrolls.
Let me tell you about Jim, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, let's not. It's enough to deal with one confusing franchise, okay? Oh yeah, one thing we didn't mention. We said that like the Tao clan isn't a genetic timer. They're clones of Jubei, right? I didn't get that wrong.
Yes.
6? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much and Jubei is one of the 6 heroes, and he's also the person who taught Ragnar how to use a sword.
Also, we forgot to mention that Kokonoe.
Or did we just avoid the truth?
So that 9 sorceress, basically, she's Jubei's wife, and
She was like, what if I boned a cat? And
she was like, what if I boned a cat? And she did. And then you got Kokonoe, which is a cat girl scientist.
We didn't pick Jubei, sadly, so you didn't get to see how very much he's just a cat.
He is
with swords.
He is a bipedal cat with a coat and a sword and swords. He is literally a cat. Like, he is. If you were to look the height of the characters, he's about, well, at this pose, bit more than waist high from Hakumen.
I hate all of this. I hate this franchise as the devil.
I don't know. Valkenhayn is a werewolf who serves Rachel, but also he's one of the 6 heroes as well. But I'm not sure why he serves Rachel.
He serves Rachel because he serves Clovis, which is Rachel's dad, and he serves Clovis because he was in the light novel. In one of the things, he was sent to kill Clovis, and he failed, and he decided he owed him a debt, and also respected him, so he served him.
Ah, okay.
It's all very simple, really.
Sure. Let her helps you sleep at night.
See, this is why.
I'm not the one.
This is why when people tell me Guilty Gear's story is complicated, I just look at them in confusion. Like, have you seen the other games they make? Like Guilty Gear.
BlazBlue kind of eases you into it.
I guess. I mean, Guilty Gear also has time travel, although their time travel is also ridiculous and dumb.
Chat's talking about Sector 7?
Oh god, yeah, we didn't talk about Sector 7, huh?
I mean, there's not that much. I don't know. So Sector 7 is a group of scientists who are counter to Null. Kokonoe is kind of in charge of them. Tager works for Sector 7. By the end of the game, a lot of people work for Sector 7 who previously did not. Azrael is a former Sector 7 employee who went kind of crazy, so they locked him up. And a lot of the bullshit science solutions come out of Sector 7 and Kokonoe just being like, here, I have a thing now.
Also, Hakumen really hates Sector 7 and Kokonoe because after the first game, Kokonoe basically sealed him up in various weird chains, and then when he... the weird part about it is that's not what pissed him off. Like, okay, he was in prison and whatnot, but what pissed him off was when he was escaping, or rather when Rachel helped him escape, he was going through Sector 7's laboratory and realized Kokonoe was stocking nukes, and Hakumen absolutely despises nuclear weapons.
And can you blame him?
I mean, no, but it was kind of weird, like that's the thing that pisses you off, not that you were, like, grabbed, sealed up, and locked away in complete darkness, it's just like that someone is stocking the nukes.
A real solid snake, you might say.
Yeah.
You should let Terumi kill you because he's the best.
No. Hakumen's clearly better.
People have no respect for style.
I mean, one of Terumi's moves is to just curb stomp you.
Actually, 5 of Terumi's moves are just to curb stomp you because he's the best.
Look at what he's doing right now. There is nothing stylish about that.
He's showing his disdain. It's great. He's the best.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick astral exhibition before we end the stream.
That's a good idea. We should have done that.
Yeah, well, we can do that. I'll just do it in training mode.
Yeah, just the timing would have been cool because yeah, you did get a preview of Susanoo before Susanoo was actually out when you astraled with Terumi. I really am a big fan of the intro between Terumi and Hakumen, which we get to see all the time. But basically, it translates as Terumi jumping in and saying, hey, kill me, come on, kill me, kill me, kill me, and then laughing his ass off, and Hakumen saying, you're annoying. It's perfect.
Oh, is this woke Hakumen where he realizes that everybody's fake?
Ah, yes, Hakumen has achieved Chim. Finally, Hakumen can have the powers of a god and do nothing with it.
Wait, how can you parry him if he's not attacking you?
He predicted an attack from 9 and parried it.
I will have you know he parried his sharp tongue.
I feel like out of the 6 heroes, nobody really likes Hakumen except Jubei, but even Jubei's kind of like, what the fuck, Hakumen most of the time.
I feel like Jubei is like the guy who like hangs out with Hakumen and ends up for apologizing him most of the parties. Like, I'm sorry, he's kind of a dick.
But his heart is at the right place.
Yeah.
Just not in this dimension.
Oh hey, call back to this hunting.
So you can see Hakumen in the middle, you can see top right there's 9, bottom right you saw Trinity, and I don't have time to name any more. because it faded away. I should have done that faster.
Oh wait, it's not the ending. I have to kill her too. Okay.
There you
Oh,
go,
yeah.
murder 9. And the game actually has an idea of how to play her.
Exactly. Well, the boss version of her.
Yeah.
Also, I hate the little words of wisdom in the stage openings. God takes soonest those he loveth best. Like fuck off. I'll just whack.
That's real fucked up. Does she just teleport into her clothes?
Also,
Goals.
Six Heroes is the best song in the game. Or one of the best. I guess this is set to too low difficulty.
Yeah, she can actually be pretty annoying on upper difficulties, but
Although she's not like unlimited version, she's just regular version, it seems. You know, I really miss being able to charge my poke. I think that's the thing I love the most about Hakumen. Ow, 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 my face.
Rip and piss. That was just fucking rude.
Oh god, must die.
I like Gluttony Fang, but Must Die is pretty enjoyable just because everyone else hates it.
やっぱり強いわね。ムカつくわ。ええ、そう。その通りよ。この程度。今の私があなたに割いてあげられる力はこの程度。
You deserve me at my best.
愚かな男。刀を振り回すだけで、この憎たらしい世界をどうにかできるとでも思っているの？もう一度言うわ。あなたには何もできない。あなたは確かに帝を
And is it a sword or is it a sharpened pipe?
Sharpened pipe.
白面が冥王イザナミを殺しても無駄。それはあなたが一番よく知っているはずよ。
I'm glad we never actually, yeah, now we get to her face.
キセラギ。
I mean, was that meant to be dramatic, that she calls him Jin Kistaragi?
Well, we didn't know that until now, except for the fact that we knew it 2 games ago. But, listen. Sometimes you've got to manufacture a cliffhanger, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I like,
They can't all be winners, alright?
Yeah. Gluttony Fang is a great song. Condemnation Wings is a great song.
Oh, Condemnation One is fantastic. There's a lot of good songs
I like
in this game.
Motorhead, even though it's kind of dumb.
I don't like a lot of the remixes, like version 2s.
Yeah, they're usually bad.
Okay. Project BB team. Okay, let's go to training mode and show off a few astrals. Whose do we want to see?
If you can do Izanamis, it's very cool.
I mean,
it's very extra. Let's phrase it that way. It's very
Okay.
extra.
we'll do that.
But
I mean,
it's,
it's training mode. We can do anyone's.
Do you know the input?
No?
It's Raging Storm.
Okay. Let's see if I can do it.
You'll probably do it after a couple of tries. It's just obnoxious.
Let's see. Izanami.
I'm not gonna change her color?
Nah, default is fine. Who do we wanna Izanami? Let's just keep
I
hitting
mean,
9.
Bang is traditional, but yeah, 9 is the worst, so.
Now, somebody asked for this. There we go.
Now we're getting Must Die?
Must
Okay.
die.
Sure, why not?
And also, we can now change characters here, so I don't have to go to the character select screen all the time.
Yep.
Okay. Infinite. Yeah. Okay. What is your command? Oh, okay.
What is this song?
Okay, that was pretty fast.
Also need to hide the input things. Also, I do love that each astral has a different amount of damage it does. Let's see.
So let's see the other ones we have to see. We have to see some of Relius's. Relius and Amane's both vary based on who you're doing it to, in ways that are fun.
Let's see Kokono's first, though.
Okay.
Kokono's pretty good.
I appreciate that you're just leaving it as 9.
Yeah.
So you should.
I think this
change
one's like
Oh.
just charging.
Oh, okay.
Nice!
It's fine. It'll be fine. Because I think it's full screen. So
Oh, it's full screen?
if I'm remembering what it is right.
It's not, it's a grab.
Oh god, it's okay. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of a move that does 100% health damage, but is not actually her astral.
There we go. Just buffered in the overdrive.
I'm sorry?
Science.
I'm fucking sorry?
It's very Disgaea. I love it.
Just destroy the entire fucking planet, why not?
Oh, do we want to show off Amanes?
Yeah, we do.
Of course we
On
do.
a couple of people, probably.
Yeah, that's the one where we change characters. I actually wonder what's
Yes.
like a 9. The Hakumen is really good. Okay, what's your command for the Astral?
I feel like it's
Oh.
pretty doable.
Wow, it's...
Yeah. It's a specific range though, so you might. Yeah. Oh, there it is. So he de-ages you to your childhood.
What?
Yeah, he de-ages the characters, that's how he Astral finishes them.
Okay, but could you please de-age Hakumen? I
Yeah,
need to see this.
that was the next thing we wanted to do. It's pretty good. I'm on there on this.
That's really good though.
So that's that mascot character is called Pakumen. S. I have no clue what it looks like on S.
I don't recall.
I also don't know what it looks like on Tiger.
I know what happens to Tager. It's pretty good.
She's literally the same except eating candy.
Yeah, with some
Yeah.
characters it's kind of low. But like, and some of them are kind of dramatic. But
Yeah, we're gonna do it on Tiger.
Tager's-
Yeah. I wonder where we should show off Raelius's, because that one is also kind of messed up. That's pretty
Real
good.
good though.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's go. We gotta show off Raelius on 2 characters.
Are we gonna pick ones that are not as gross?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Okay,
who
so I know a good one. I'm trying to think. My brain is
I'm
stop.
trying-
Arakune. Do Arakune.
Yeah. I wanted to do Arakuna and then I wanted to do Hazama.
Yeah. Okay, those are good ideas.
But Raelius's do kind of get very, very, very questionable. So he basically imprisons the character and he imprisons each character in a different way.
And
Oh.
with the female characters, it gets
Better
yeah.
pick.
Well, you can use your imagination. I
Actually, on Makoto it's pretty good. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Makoto is pretty PG. It's the
There was one.
and
Fucking hamster ball, god damn it.
but yeah, let's try. Is it Yuki Terumi or Hazama that has the board one?
I think it's just Hazama.
Yeah, let's find Hazama. God, I wish they were alphabetical.
What is Hakumen?
Just chained up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's boring.
Hazama is just sitting in a chair.
He just doesn't even need to try.
Well, it's because they're kind of like allies. Anyway, I want to see some other. Oh, is Izayoi the overly dramatic one, or is Tsubaki the overly dramatic one?
I think it's Izayoi, but I'm not positive.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
What is this?
Actually, I think both are dramatic. Yeah, a lot of them have their fancy poses. Let's try Tsubaki's just to see to compare it.
I hate these.
Oh yeah, Tsubaki is the statue one, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This one is actually more dramatic, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're not gonna show
we could
all
show-
of them off, but we're gonna show up a few more.
Let's show Terumi's, because Terumi's is the preview we had of Susanoo before Susanoo was out.
Yes, that is a good idea. No, that's easily. Wait, what's the name of that? Sorry? The Unholy Wrath of the Basilisk. Oh god.
All of his names are.
Oh, but it's a bit far away. Okay.
Nice!
Easy to combo into, fortunately.
Yeah, so that was what, like the preview of like, wait, what does he look like Hakumen?
There, chat was saying Susanoo?
Susanoo's is kind of lame.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
We can do it if we want to, but
No, no.
I like Hibiki's, but
Oh, and that one is edgelordy as hell.
that one is. Do you like Metal Gear Rising?
No. I mean, I do like Metal Gear Rising, but yeah, that one's edgy as hell. Let's try Taker's. Taker's is pretty good. And we'll do two more. We'll do S and one more. We did Hakumen in the CT version. Also, how do I do this?
I think it's a 1080.
Oh, it is 1080.
Jesus.
Damn it.
Okay, but that was really good though.
There we go.
Oh, you gotta do Makoto's. Makoto's is good.
Oh yeah, we'll do okay S and Makoto, and I think we'll call it Midnight Day.
Okay. Hakumen's is just a counter. Like, it's cool looking, but he just slashes the screen and covers it with ink, and then they're dead. It's not bad.
Wow, just slash of the screen. I'll have you know it's very stylistic.
Compared to some of these, it's not as.
Wow, you sound biased.
I mean, you sound biased actually.
I am. Oh yeah, it has that weird colory thing at the end. That's pretty
Fucking
nice.
flare.
Yeah. And Makoto's for the end. Makoto's pretty good.
I also appreciate that you're doing all of this to Hazama.
Yeah, I want to do it to someone else now.
Someone you hate. Do it to somebody you really hate.
Someone I really hate. Arakuna.
Good choice.
Okay, that's easy.
That's delayable apparently. What?
She breaks the moon. Also, what you didn't see there because it cut off, it does like the Persona-style bell ring and then confetti falls down.
Good stuff.
Yep. Well, that's it for BlazBlue for tonight. Thank you.
Hooray!
Thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'll be doing random SNK games, so stuff like BlazBlade, Capcom versus SNK 2, Garo, and things like that.
I wish I wasn't missing CVS2, but I will be at work.
They'll be all online on VODs. Anyway, good night, Chad. Have a nice night.